Hello world, this is Lachlantula. Today I'm going to be showing you how to install the Mionix software. So that's a company that makes very many computer products such as mice, keyboards, mouse mats, etc. How to install their software that you can use to customize colors, functionality, DPI settings, etc. under Linux. This is special because the program is usually just for Windows. I can also assume this will work for Mac, but I'll talk more about that later. So to begin, hop into Firefox or whatever your browser may be, and go to Mionix's website. Go to Software and Manual Downloads, and find your respective mouse. I plan to get the Neo 7000. I don't have it yet though, so I'll need Mionix to check that the software actually functions on the mouse, but I can very much assume that it will. The download wasn't working last time I tried it. It's probably fixed, but to be safe, I downloaded the 8200 one. So, yeah, and that worked for me. But, of course, pick the one for your respective mouse. And if you have like a Neo 7000, don't get the 8200 software. So, since I've already got that, I don't need to worry. Now go to Play on Linux's website. Downloads. Okay, and this is where it can be a bit tricky for some people. So, you need to find your respective distribution. So, for example, if you use Ubuntu or something based on it, such as, let's say, Mint, Elementary, etc., then you want this one. Frugalware, Fedora, so like Fedora, all of them. Corora as well. Debian, so that's for Debian and all other Debian-based distros. However, I wouldn't use the Debian installer on Ubuntu, even though Ubuntu is based on Debian. Just use the respective one if it's already there. And Arch, of course, if you use Arch Linux. But if your distro is not listed here in any way, you can just use all distributions and build from source. And once you've downloaded that, which I already have, we can go to Files, Downloads, Neo Software, and drag this onto her desktop. And we're done that. Yes, excuse me. Now going to Play on Linux, and we're going to need to do the hard part. Tools, Manage Wine Versions. So wait for the list to be populated, and all the wine versions that you have installed or that are available will appear. I'm pretty sure that if you have Wine installed natively on your computer, this won't actually appear in installed Wine versions, but I'm pretty sure you can use it later on. I used Wine version 1.7.22 when doing the installer, but any other version should work as well. So to install, just pick one, press this arrow, and the wizard will come up, and you can install it. But I don't need to waste my download quota, because I already have done it. I used 32-bit, but again, you can just use 64, because it's pretty simple. Now go to Install a non-listed program, because Mionix software is not here. But for example, if you do play a game or something else and you want to see if your game can be played on Linux natively, then for example search your game and it may come up, for example Terraria. But we want to pick install a non-listed program. You can skip through this part that just gives a bit of information about the Wine and Play on Linux projects and how they're different. There we go. So now we've got the wizard. So press next, install a program in a new virtual drive, and give it a name. So for example, I call it Mionix Neos, no I can't spell, Neos 8200 software. That'll do. Next, press this and this. We don't need to install any libraries because the software is so good that you just don't need DirectX or anything neat. So yeah, just do this. And now you've got to pick which wine you want. If you already have Wine installed on your computer, press System. Otherwise, just press the wine you want to use. Now pick which sort of drive you want to make, a 64-bit or a 32-bit. I before used 32-bit, but 64-bit should work as well. So let's try that. Press Next, and the drive will be created. Now a Wine config window will pop up, and this is pretty important. Okay, so in Windows version, select 7, any should work, XP and up, But for compatibility reasons, I'd pick 7 because it's not too new, but it's not too old either. So press OK. And now we're going to need to install the software. Press Browse, Desktop, there is Software, Next, and now the installer will appear. So it'll do all of its pre-install process. Okay, now press Next. And don't be scared about all of this here with the destination folder. You might be thinking, whoa, I use Linux, why is there program files and a C drive and all of this Windows stuff? Well, don't worry, this is because remember, this is a fake Windows installation, so don't be worried about that. Press install, and now we can launch the program, but we don't really need to do that just now. So the install is finished, pretty much, but we can just wait. So now we need to make a shortcut. So pick which one you want. I'm pretty sure this is the one we want, but I'll browse and we'll go through x86, Mionix, software. I think this is what we want. Press next. And yeah, we'll call it Neos 8200 software. Alright, we don't need to make any more shortcuts. As you can see, this also appeared on our desktop, so we can run this, I'm pretty sure. Okay, there we go. And as you can see, we have the Mionix thing open. One's still up there from when I was trying before, but don't worry about that. So as you can see, now we can perfectly customize the mouse, and it all functions very well. But as I do not have the mouse yet, and I need Mionix to test this and confirm that still works, you can't really just judge this just yet, but I should be able to edit the video if it does work. So let's just make this, I don't know, some random color. Got lots of choice, which is nice. Let's make it sowy colors. Breathing, that look good. Color shift, and there we go, that's what we want. It's a bit fast, but I should be able to slow it down somehow. Okay, so we can turn some lights off, that sort of thing. Macros, the sensor itself, so you can adjust DPI, all of this good stuff. Double click speed. But then you want to press apply. As you can see, I don't have a Neos mouse with me, but if you do, then it should work happily. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.